it all started with these doodles. I'll show you right here. These are the first ever doodles of Arcus and Maud. I started with doodling a gothic girl, and then I was like, what if I make a colorful guy as an opposite character? So from there I started to draw them more and more. And when I showed Arcus to a lot of people, they were confused. They were like, is Arcus a girl? Is Arcus trans? Is Arcus gay? Like, whenever I filled in more information about, like, yeah, well, he's a guy and he's straight. I'm like, no, he's into fashion, and he just likes to dress like that. Why does he need to be labeled anything else than what he is? Why can't a guy like that just exist? And those were just my friends and classmates. Those were very polite questions. But later on, like from strangers, the character design got a lot of hate and resentment, and a guy can't look like that. And I was like, wow, what the heck is going on in the real world? Like, am I living under a stone? What is this? So I wanted to put a mirror in front of the people reacting to Arcus, and made Arcus go through those real things that he would go through if he was existing in real life. It's very surreal to read Acception, because it's like a reflection on real life, a rebellious reflection on real life, might I add, maybe, for any type of character, not just Arcus, but also for trans and gay and bisexual characters, and straight girls, straight guys, feminine problems, masculine problems. I all want to put a mirror on it, how people react to those problems, and how somebody dealing with those problems works on them, makes mistakes with them. And I hope that will help people understand each other, like walk a mile in their shoes. I just never saw teenage shows, series, and movies back in my day helping teenagers deal with those problems, like accepting yourself and accepting others for who they are. They all felt the same. They all felt very bland and just pretty people. I kind of wish that there were stories that took teenagers more seriously back in my day, and I'm trying my best to take teenagers serious, but also adults that never got that closure of feeling seriously taken in a mainstream comic. And I wish to be the voice for all those people, just literally everybody who entered high school and felt different in a way. Literally anybody can relate to at least one character, or be like, hey, I had these type of characters in my class. The inspiration for Acception is basically the lack of inspiration of realistic teenage problems in comics and shows and series. And that I'm happy that now that I'm older and I'm actually making this comic, there are more people of my age making these types of comics. And it makes me really happy and proud that we're kind of feeling the same way about literature, media, and trying to make different stories to help youth more than the stories where we were growing up with. And also I was inspired by all the cliches. Like, I take cliches and I like to mix them up and make them different. But I love shows like As Told by Ginger, 16, and all those animated shows that you don't see today anymore. And it would be cool if we got more of those series out there again, but with the perspective we have on what we can and cannot say, in stories right now. Just in short, I was inspired by the real reactions to my designed characters, and that I really miss drawn, cartoony, animated shows about teenagers in high school, and just the lack of realism in high school stories. That was my inspiration for Acception, and I hope with this I've succeeded with what I was inspired by.